So if you're new, then welcome to the channel, but if you've subbed up, welcome back. I appreciate every single one of you. For everyone that's been riding with me and staying locked into this channel, nothing but love and blessings, and I wish you the best in life, okay? So look, I know I ain't been so active on the YouTube channel, and I've just been doing other things. No excuses. I need to be more active. I need to come back. I need to start dropping bangers again. Now, I ain't been dropping my regular every single day trading videos just because I've been busy with the boot camp. Usually every week you see me dropping videos, all right, like pretty much every day. People want to see me start dropping more loss videos and stuff like that. They're coming too, all right? So from next week, after the boot camp's done, I'm just going to be flat out putting my videos out again, wins, losses, whatever, pure transparency, all right? But this video is not about that. This video is for people who struggles with the stock market open, okay? So that's that 9:30 Eastern time open, where most breakout traders like myself trade NASDAQ, US 30, gold, all right? High volatile, crazy momentum pairs, all right? Especially during that time. But a lot of people, they struggle with pushing the button. They struggle with where they should be aiming for take profits, where they should put their stop losses, all of this stuff. So I got a simple, easy, basic strategy that's going to work for you, the 5-minute and the 15-minute time frame. But I suggest the 5-minute, that's what I'm going to be breaking down for you today on this video. The only things that you're going to need for this strategy is an EMA. I'm going to show you in a minute what an EMA is if you don't know, but I'm pretty sure you probably do, or you at least heard of it. But an EMA, pair that's trending, and some confidence. That's it. That's the formula. I'm going to show you where to draw your breakout lines. I'm going to show you where to put your stop losses, and I'm going to show you where to take profit, all right? My intros are always long as shit. Let's get straight into it. So the pair that I trade using this strategy is GBPUSD because it trends nicely during London and New York session. Those are the two sessions you're going to want to be trading. We're going to be using a 5-minute time frame, a 25 EMA or a 50, whichever one is cleaner, but I usually use the 25 EMA. And we're going to be looking for a shift in structure. That is literally the strategy. So let's get into the video. This is the 5-minute time frame on GBPUSD. The reason I'm teaching you on a forex pair in the first place is because I want you to avoid that crazy 9:30 Eastern stock market open. That's the whole point of this video. I'm trying to teach you a way to breakout trade, keep it simple, give yourself a little checklist, and make money without being on the charts sweating and getting scared and emotional, right? So preferably you do want it to be during London or New York, indicator by Lux Algo. So we'll put on a New York and a London session. We'll put the range outline and the range labels, so now we know. Okay. Set the UTC to your time zone. Mine's 1. You can see it in the corner down there. Press OK. The stock market open is very volatile and very unpredictable. So that's why a lot of people get scared of it. Like, this is GBPUSD. Let's just keep New York open and turn off London. And take a look at what happens. Calm. So the New York opens, comes up a little bit, switches direction, which is what we'll be looking for, but we'll get back into that in a minute. And there we go, lovely little trend. Now let's go to NASDAQ, complete opposite. So NASDAQ on the open does this. Now a lot of people love this, all right? A lot of people are scared and they see this happen and they're like, oh, is it going to fake out because the volume's up, it's down, it's everywhere. So let's go back to the GBPUSD. It just trends nicely. So let's say, all right, I trade London session. Let's go to London. I want to be on the charts from 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, people get it twisted. Even Lux Algo's got it twisted. They think that it's 8 o'clock when it starts, right? You can switch this. So if you want your London session to be 7 o'clock in the morning, change it to 7, all right? It doesn't matter, but it has to be technically, I think, from 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So choose one of those, all right? But you can see we got bullish structure, and then it does this, boop, and it shifts, all right? So we're still looking for the breakout, and I'm going to use 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, all right? I'm just going to show you both examples, right? But we're going to put a 25 EMA on. Now, why the 25? Well, in this case, because the 25 was the EMA that was being tested pre-London open. So even though the markets are moving and you're awake and you're in London, you might think, what do you mean pre-market open? 7 o'clock, this says your trading time. So you're looking for price to be testing an EMA. Now it currently is testing the 25 EMA. If it was too much and it was going through it too much and destroying the EMA every single time, then I'd look for the 50. but we want to see the EMA be tested. All right, so we're looking for this EMA to be getting multiple taps like this. This is perfect for me. Boom, it's getting tapped. Comes back, it's tapped again. And even when it closes below it, it still hasn't broken structure, right? So if you don't know about market structure, you should go learn. But technically, you know, this is the swing. This is the market structure. Structure hasn't been broken, all right? So let's keep it simple anyway without confusing you lot. We just want to see it go from bullish to bearish, okay? We want to see some shit like this. So we wait for the market to open. Boop. Okay, cool. We just got a breakout. Do we enter on the break? No. What do? We wait for price to come back and retest. There we go. So a little bit too far. Now I'm putting my breakout line there. So this was the first breakout. We just broke structure because the candle body closed below it. Now we're waiting for price to come back, retest the EMA again, and break through the next level, okay? As soon as it breaks through this level, you're in. Before the candle even closes, you're in, all right? Now, as the stop loss goes, I'll show you in a sec, but as soon as it breaks, boop, you want your stop loss like above there, and you want to be going for a 1-to-1 at least. Okay, cool. So the 1-to-1 got smashed. Took out previous structure, whatever. That was a 1.6. You could have had an even tighter stop loss. It's up to you. But the main thing I need you to take from this whole thing is it was bullish. It changes. It retests the EMA and it breaks a level. And it's nowhere near as volatile or crazy as the New York stock market open, right? Now let's just change back the indicator to 8 o'clock. Like Lux Algo suggests, that's when London session is. And that's when I trade personally. So let's take a look how I would have been looking at the markets. Okay, so for me, it would have worked out this way. I would have been like, okay, we're bearish now. Now I need to see a break above there. So I'll put my breakout line there on the structure. I want to see a candle body close above it, and I want us to take buys, okay? So I want to break and a retest to the upside. Nope, there's the close. Cool. Now what am I looking for? I'm looking for a retest of the EMA. Cool. So what happened? Well, it absolutely destroyed the EMA and it kept going down. That's not a test of the EMA. A test of the EMA would be bouncing from the EMA, maybe closing a little bit below it, and then the next candle coming back up. But this just totally destroyed the EMA. So the trade is invalid, right? I'm not looking for a buy. I wanted to see price reject from this EMA. So bounce from it, or maybe, you know, even if it did close like this, I don't want to see the next candle be bullish, not bearish. So it's invalid. Cool. Doesn't matter. Messy, nasty day. I don't trade. There we go. That's my London session. I am not trading. I'm not waiting for this setup no longer than before the New York session kicks in. Now when New York session kicks in, okay, that's news. That's a news spike. Doesn't matter. When New York session kicks in, just wait. I don't even have the New York indicator on. No wonder I'm looking and it's not coming up. My bad. Take it back. Bloody hell. So let's say that you didn't trade London, or your London one didn't work out. Now you're looking for the New York session. So we're doing the same exact thing right now. When price is in the middle of the EMA like this, we don't want nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do with it. We need to see some sort of structure, right? So New York kicks in. Cool. We've just broken highs. We just closed above this. Right, candle body closed above it. We're bullish. Now, okay, we're looking for the reversal. So we want to see price test the EMA, maybe keep going and then reverse. So I want to see a reversal in the New York session, right? So we know we're bullish. Okay, right, here we go. We just crossed over the EMA. We broke structure. All right, and let's take it back. You could have chose this as your breaker structure, but we're still well above the EMA and we need to be below the EMA for it to retest the EMA. So right now, even if it does break there, we're still above the EMA. We need to be below the EMA so we can retest the EMA and use it, okay? So I couldn't use that one. I'd need to use this one. Oh, wait. Yes, I couldn't use this one. I'd need to use this one. Candle body closed below it, but guess what? Next candle's bullish. Still no indication of a bearish trend, all right? Now, here we go. Boom. Now we've broken. Now we've come down. This is the retest. So this is the retest I'm looking for. We move our breakout line to the downside. Now I'm going to enter and target the bottom of these wicks, whatever, right? But first I need to see the retest. So retested the EMA. Cool. What's the next candle like? Well, it's bearish. So what I say to you, it can close above the EMA, but if the next candle's bullish, it's invalid. I don't want to know. I need to see this shit holding up structure. So right now, yeah, it broke the EMA. It's come back to retest some structure. I need to see a close back below the EMA. All right. Still testing structure. Okay, now it's coming down. It's valid. If we get a break now to the downside, I'm getting in. Also, look at it. You can see is a bearish shift during a New York session, during one of the major sessions, right? So price comes down, boom. Oh, and that's actually what's happening right now. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, you want your stop loss above the EMA. So let's take it back. As soon as it gets broken, price starts breaking through. Yeah, you want to put your stop loss above the EMA, a little bit of structure, maybe somewhere safe. I wouldn't want to put it there. I wouldn't want to put it there. I want it as tight as possible, but as safe as possible. And yeah, that's where we are right now. But that's a safe way to trade. Didn't even cherry pick as well. This was just today. So once again, what do we want to see? We want to see a bullish or a bearish shift. So what does that look like? Well, even without the EMA, just even without the EMA for a sec. If you're looking at market structure, okay, boop, boop, boop. So what's this? A lower low, okay? This part there is the lower low, which makes this part there a lower high. So in a downtrend, we get lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. In an uptrend, we get higher highs, higher lows, and so on, right? We just candle body closed above this. Now, this is New York session, all right? We're looking at New York session. Let me put the indicator back on. Oh, no, it is on. All right, so we're approaching the New York session and the stock market open, but we're not on NASDAQ or anything crazy. We're on GBPUSD. So soon as we candle body closed, we've just become bullish, okay? So now I want to see it become bearish again. So I want to see some structure and then boop, a shift. I'm looking for a shift, okay? So let's put the EMA on. Boom, New York opens. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. We're going to start making some structure, right? There we go. Ooh, that was a nasty liquidity sweep, but we're not going to talk about liquidity sweeps. If I take that indicator off, that big spike, there's a liquidity sweep. We're not here to talk about liquidity sweeps. We just wanted to see it go from bullish to bearish. Now, I'm pretty sure we can safely say this is now bearish. We want a retest of the EMA, and then we can put our breakout line, okay? So, okay, cool. Didn't actually technically get a retest of the EMA, so this trade might not have been valid because you're using the 25 EMA, right? Whatever, you could have used the 50, it still technically wouldn't have been valid. So you didn't get a test of the EMA, but it still broke to the downside. All right, so it's another, look at this. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because it didn't tap into this EMA. Now, you still could technically put your breakout line there, get in, and when it breaks, you put your stop loss above the structure in the EMA. You go for 1-to-1 minimums, 1-to-2s to make it make sense. So, I mean, so in the long run, it actually makes sense. Okay, so didn't even get there. Before it started bugging out, it was like a 1.5. So it's all good anyway. But that trade would have probably been a trade that you didn't take, so it didn't retest the EMA at this point. So let's look at London session and how London session looked. You can trade this on any session. You just need to see a shift. Okay, all we're looking for is a shift. So let's go look at London and say, okay, we're bullish. Cool. We're looking for a break of structure, a shift, a retest. Okay, well, there's the retest. Oh, that was a bit fast. Let me slow that down. So we get our break of structure because the candle body closes there. So now we're bearish technically, right? 5-minute time frame. London comes in. If we're counting 8 o'clock as our London session, oh, we've just closed back above structure. Technically, we're bullish again. So now we're looking for a break to the downside. Okay, break to the downside. What do we want? We want a retest and a continuation. But right now, it's just ranging and is refusing to break below this level. So you gotta look at price and say, what is it doing? It's actually not trending. We need to see some sort of trend going on. Nope, we wouldn't trade it. Simple. We just wouldn't trade. There's nothing to trade. That's all you gotta do. Walk away from the charts. Save yourself a losing day. But if you traded at 7 o'clock, let's take a look. Change it back to 7, an hour before. Now we're looking at a different story, right? So we were looking for the bearish shift because we're bullish, remember? So we're making higher highs, higher lows. So we are looking for a break and a retest. All right, that's all it is. A shift during the London or the New York Open. Boom. Candle body closes below. Now we need a retest of the EMA. We got a retest of the EMA. My bad, let's put it back so you don't miss it. Got a retest of the EMA. Right now we're testing it. Let me take this indicator off so you can just see it. That's counting as a test. I don't care. It's literally a pip away. You count that as a retest. You count this as the break of structure, retest. Now we want to drop, all right? And let me tell you something. I put my breakout lines on the bodies, not the wicks, because it just makes sense to get your sniper entries. As soon as it breaks through, I'm not waiting for the candle to close. I'm getting in with the volume, and my stop loss is going above the EMA, all right? So we break through. I'm already in. My stop loss is there. Boom. TP smashed. Why did I put my TP there? Structure. Previous structure to the left, all right? And this was just an example on a 5-minute time frame. Then it comes back up and stops you. But it would have been a 1 to 2. There we go. So easy trend shift strategy, honestly. And I chose the 5-minute time frame. But if you want, you know, videos on a 15-minute time frame or higher time frames or anything, just let me know in the comments. But that's all you're looking for. A shift. The London session open or the New York session open with a forex pair. So go and play with the pairs. But for me, GBPUSD is the pair that I would choose. All right, so take that how you want, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a simple shift in structure, retest of an EMA, breakout line, entry. Don't be scared. You got this shit, all right? Go test it.